everybody, welcome back to Samsung in a Minute, the channel that trains you to run your Samsung Galaxy devices in around 2 minutes. Today we're going to do a high overview look at game plugins. Now game plugins is an application that you're able to download. It's going to be inside of the Galaxy Store. Now inside of the Galaxy Store, just go to your search and then you can type in game plugins. Now, once you type this one in, you're going to see the option right here, and then you're able to download and install. So once you have this one downloaded and installed, you just basically open it up, and you're going to have 5 different little, sub applications inside of this one application. And this is everything for gaming. So you're able to set daily limits. You're also able to have a game booster plus. So then this way, if you wanted to set some of your games at higher frame rates, you're able to do that. You have a game clock if you want to take a look at the game resume reminder. So this way, if you want to play a game, but you're like, shoot, I don't need to come back for like another hour so I can get, this thing within the game, you're able to set your little clock for that. You can even make different GIFs out of this one. And then your PerformanceZ, basically taking a look at all of your different performances. So I'm not really going to go in all of these in depth. That's really made for the channel of Jimmy as promo. This one's going to be a high overview to keep it right around 2 minutes. So underneath the daily limits, once you go inside of here, it's going to play a little video for basically all of these little modules inside of here. So I'm just going to skip that. Now for the daily limit, you can actually set a limit for each game, or you can just have a total daily limit. So if you don't really need to have a whole total daily limit, then you can go to each one of these games individually. So let's say maybe for Pokemon Go, you wanted to have this one set at maybe, 1 hour, or you can just go inside of here and maybe if you know for a fact you're going to play for 2 hours that day, you go to apply. But then also too, you can switch which days that you want this one to be set up as. So underneath here right now, it's only set up for Sunday and Saturday. Now it's going to be set up for Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday, but let's just say all of the days. Maximum amount of playtime should be for 2 hours. For Game Pass, this is one of those where, you're really going to be getting in on this thing. You're going to be playing a bunch of games off of Xbox. Maybe 3 hours should be the maximum. And it's okay for you to play this on, Saturday and Sunday. For the rest of the days, you should be working. You should be, being a parent or at school. And then underneath Toon Blast, you can go inside of here and you can change this. You can make it put up for whatever you want. So let's just say that we only want to play with this one for maybe about 30 minutes. We can do this one probably just these days alone. And that's kind of the days that I actually only play that one. For your total daily limit, you can go inside of here and you can switch this one. So let's say that you want, 5 hours maximum between all of these. So it's going to be something that you can definitely, put limits to. So you can actually, if you have a son or daughter that has a Samsung phone, just download game plugins, put on that daily limit, and you should be good there. For Game Booster Plus, inside of here, you're able to change, what you want it to be set up as. So a lot of times when you just put it as auto, it's going to be perfectly fine with auto. But a lot of times you want to make sure that you have it on that max frames per second. Now, if there's a different game that you're kind of, playing with and you don't really need to have all that power with it, you can go inside of here and let's say that you wanted to set this one to, battery. Maybe you want to make sure that you have a good, battery life. Maybe your phone is going down a little bit. Maybe you just want to balance it a little bit. You will notice that when you put it inside of balance and also battery saving and such, you will notice that some of the frames per second will go down. So normally if it's going at 120 or 90 or 60 frames per second, it's going to bring it all the way down to 30 frames per second. So this is going to be for some of those, low animated type of games. Or you can just set it up for auto. So you can really put it for whatever you want to. If you don't want it to be on auto, then you can go inside of the high quality and you can even customly make yours. So more than likely, you're going to choose max frames per second, high quality. If you want the best quality of everything, I found out to being, the max frames per second is literally the best one for all of them. But again, if you're running low on battery, you are able to choose one of these if you have to play your game. Then the nice thing about it is that you can go right into the game right from here. Now this past screen is just kind of showing you, what it looked like per game, per day. You can switch the days and you can see the CPU and the temperature of your phone, the battery it's kind of taken, the frames per second, things like that. But that one right there was that Game Booster Plus if you wanted to kind of customize your gameplay and the way it looks. For the game clock, this is just kind of letting you know, hey, you need to come back to this game at this particular time. You can have this alarm notification, alarm message. You can even have the little message come up that says, hey, do something to this champion and open this gift or whatever. The GIF creator, this one is okay. I don't really see it to be that great, especially with the graphics. You can choose if you want the playback speed to be half the speed, the same speed, or double the speed. The quality, if you want it to go gift of past or gift of future, just kind of play with those. It does an okay job, but to be completely honest, if you're playing a game, just open this up and then just choose animation. Just create your GIF from your Edge panel. It looks way better, but I still had to cover it for today's video. And then for PerformanceZ, this is a way that you're able to take a look at your game. You can actually see your frames per second. You can see the CPU, GPU, and the temperature of your phone, and you can say Celsius or Fahrenheit. Now, the one last thing I do want to show you is with that PerformanceZ, we're going to go inside of just one game. I'm going to show you what it looks like. You can see that there's a little bar right here. You can move it anywhere on the screen if you want to. I just put it right there. It actually does go minimalized, so you can bring it up, let's say like right there, so it's out of the way of everything. When you tap on it once, you're able to see your frames per second, the CPU, GPU, and your temperature. Also, when you press and hold on it, when you tap to expand it, it's a way that you're able to change the transparency. You can take off if you don't want to see everything. You can pin it. You can have it as portrait. You can have it as horizontal. You can have it as like a box. So there's a few other little settings inside of there. I had to show you this. So if you do use any of these little game tools, you can tap on any of those, and it's going to bring up more settings for you. But I hope you guys have liked today's video. If you guys did, please give this thing a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to hit subscribe. Subscribe right over here in the very bottom left-hand side. And if you like this video, then more than likely you'll also like this video. And I'll see you guys later.
I got tons of soul on my true collectible. Famous, so famous, #1 desirable. I do what I want when I want and how I want it. Leave you with the one in the air. That's how I roll. I got tons of soul on my